reach the top in life, you must have a savage mentality. But no one is born a savage. In fact, everyone is born weak and fragile. You used to be a baby crying and whining if you didn't get what you want. A savage isn't born that way. He is created. I will teach you how to become a savage. But I must warn you, this video is not for little snowflakes. It's very controversial, so click away if you're a weakling. We will go over 6 things that unleash your inner savage. Number 1, become immune to brainwashing. Society has brainwashed you to be a weak slave. When I say this, people assume I'm talking about basic forms of brainwashing like the school systems and the news. But the programming goes much deeper than that. Modern psychology is a lethal weapon of brainwashing. There is nothing that has created more weak people than Western psychology, and they've done so by putting negative labels on people. Anything that could be a gift gets turned into a curse. Think about it. You may have a lot of energy, but it will be called ADHD, and get medication prescriptions to lessen your energy. You feel depressed, and may have good reasons to feel that way too. But instead of looking at what makes you feel that way, that feeling gets labeled as a mental illness, and you get prescription drugs that lowers your life force. If you have a lot of anger inside you, perhaps because of your childhood, instead of teaching you how to control your anger and use it to your advantage, it gets labeled as a mental health condition. They'll call it intermittent explosive disorder, and you will get medication called fluoxetine. It is a medicine that can decrease your sex drive and cause erectile dysfunction, along with countless other potential side effects. I could keep naming examples, but you get the point. Every label is negative in modern psychology. They can't earn money if you're diagnosed with a gift, but they earn loads of money if you are convinced something is wrong with you. The pharmaceutical industry is one of the biggest businesses in the world. Big Pharma. And they make money by convincing you absolutely need medication. It is a very dark and yet brilliant strategy. First, they convince you something is wrong with you and sell you medication. As you suffer from the side effects of the medication, you get diagnosed again with a new disorder, and you get sold more medication, resulting in new side effects and new diagnosis. It is a vicious cycle that repeats itself and ends up destroying you. Snap out of it. It's a scam. No other self-improvement channel would expose these things like I do. And quite frankly, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to speak about this on YouTube, but I'm willing to risk it for the sake of making my followers stronger. Listen, Western psychology makes up more weakening labels than woke people make up genders. They come up with names for everything. It's impossible for a human to keep up with all these negative labels because a new one gets made up every single day. And quite frankly, I'm not interested in knowing about them either, because I don't allow these weakening thoughts to enter my mind. In order to become a savage, you need to protect the gates of your mind from outside brainwashing. That is the very first step. You can't be a savage if your mind is infiltrated. That makes you a puppet. More videos on exposing methods of brainwashing will be made in the future. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them. Number 2, become a monster and control it. The current generation is weak, but that's a good thing if you are a savage. You will be able to get anything you want because you can crush all competitors with ease. You see, most men didn't become civil by choice. Society has tamed them from the moment they were born, programmed to be a good little slave. They lack something crucial, their inner monster. Jordan Peterson once said, You should be a monster, and then you should learn how to control it. He is right. But what he forgot to add is that you should learn to control it as soon as possible. I say that because I used to be the monster without self-control, and I've caused a lot of pain and suffering. You see, my past was a very dark one, and because of that, I've been a monster for most of my life. It was necessary for survival, and anyone that comes from a part of the world that's more violent or dangerous will understand what I mean. However, because I lacked awareness and self-control, I've hurt a lot of people in my life. Some thoughts still haunt me to this very day. They wake me up in the middle of the night. But that does not mean being a monster in itself is bad. Any superhero you know is a monster with self-control. The truth is, being a monster is only bad if you cannot control it, because that is what makes you a villain. As I've grown older, I've learned to control my inner beast. I became more civilized by choice. But make no mistake about it, I still have that same monster inside me. I would never get rid of it. In fact, I bring it out whenever I need it. And if I had to pick between being civilized and harmless or keeping the monster, I'd keep the monster. Number 3, surround yourself with savages. The beautiful thing about being a man is that we can make each other stronger. Iron sharpens iron, and yet most guys hang around with marshmallows instead of iron. They become softer because of their friend group instead of stronger. Think about what I said for a moment. As men, you have the gift of making each other stronger, and yet you choose to only seek comfort together. Drinking beer, playing video games, and doing other quick dopamine activities. There is no bigger waste than surrounding yourself with soft men. You should surround yourself with men that have something to prove to themselves. Men that push themselves even when no one is watching. Because when you put 2 men together that have something to prove, they will push each other to the limit. It doesn't matter if it's financially, physically, or mentally. Iron sharpens iron in all realms of life. Number 4, listen to your instincts. If something doesn't feel right in your gut, or you have a weird feeling about something, take it serious. There may not be a logical or explainable reason why you feel the way you do, but that doesn't mean it's not valid. Body language doesn't lie. Instincts are there for a reason. Trust them. Listen to your body. Number 5, get primal. As a kid, you were way more primal than you are now. We lose that edge because of societal programming. It's time to tap back into it. Play, train, run, crawl, swim, jump, get dirty. Eat great food straight from the earth. Connect with the earth. Go outside. Think, socialize with others. Honor the natural rhythms that life moves with. Number 6, enrich your mind. Fill your mind with quality content. Don't consume mindless garbage. If you like music, listen to music that leaves your mind flowing with spark, ambition, and drive. Music that makes you feel unstoppable. Watch content that adds to your character and knowledge base. Have experiences that enrich who you are and give you a sense of perspective. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.